Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 164. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not Hype. I'm not geeked up. Very special guest in the building today. Other half of the tag team champions in the building today. Reintroduce yourself to the audience.
Man, it's your boy Hazey Baby, man. One half of the tag team champs, one fifth of the OLF podcast, aka the Out of Left Field podcast. What's going on?
Copy that. What's up, bro? Let's see. Y'all done looked at the caption of this episode, so you know what this is. This here is a mental health check-in. The mental health check-ins are all about somebody that I haven't talked to in a while, and you just literally checking in with the situation. Now it's a little different here because this is my guy, my man. Uh, but you know, this is all his lane. This is his situation. He loves these, which is why we have him here. Let's talk about it. Mental health check-in, bro. Started off like this. What does Hayes work? What does Hayes need help with right now?
Man, Hayes always needs help with just being reminded of how much he's accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them people that pardon me, I'm one of them people that I'm like super duper hard on myself. And nothing ain't never really enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't never sit back and kind of relish in everything that I've achieved. You know what I'm saying? The things I've done, the positions I've put my family in. Like I've never sat back and looked at that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, I'll get it from my mom. My mama be like, you've done a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have done a lot. Cause she always like, sit down, take a break. Like, you can't work yourself this way and that way. But I'm like, to me, I ain't doing enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things I still don't have for my family. Not me. I'm well off. You know what I'm saying? But, person like myself, I don't give myself my flowers, enough. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing that I have within myself.
So one of the things we talk about this stuff all the time, product placement right there. You know what I'm saying? I saw that with the cup. One of the things we talk about all the time, I always tell you, the world is gonna beat you up enough. You don't need to join in. You know what I'm saying? You don't need
Hmm.
to throw in a couple of extra kicks and punches. Because
Hmm.
the world, life is gonna do that enough to you. The 300-pound ankles is gonna do that enough to you. You know what I'm saying? That
Ran up
you
ankles is
don't
undefeated.
yeah, you ain't gotta join in on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very big on acknowledging myself or
Hmm.
taking a bow for myself. I tell people all the time, it ain't bragging if it's true. And
Right. Right.
I'm not bragging when I'm talking about any of the things that I'm doing. I'm just explaining to you what the hell is going on. And if me explaining to you what's going on sounds like a few different accomplishments, then yeah, take a bow. Stop and smell the roses. If you never appreciate the moment, you're gonna just live to regret everything that you never prioritized in the moment. Like you're gonna look
Hmm.
back in 20 years and say, like, damn, I should have did this, I should have did that. Prime example, your prom picture. We
Yeah.
look at that prom picture and go, nigga, if I was this right now, we'd be shirtless grilling in the yard.
Yeah, right, 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 right.
But back then, niggas was, damn, Hayes, you fat as shit.
Yo, ain't that crazy, bro?
We
Yo,
would kill to be this. We, like I said, man, we'd
you
be
ain't never lied.
we'd be
You,
shirtless out this joint
do
24/7.
you do you know what I would kill to be 220 and flabby right now?
I don't understand, bro. If I was
Uh,
220, man, I'm a married man these days. So, you know what I'm saying? Back in my backsliding days, 220, 220 with a podcast and a clothing line wouldn't have been cool.
oh my goodness, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I've always wanted to get like you're a religious man and you're very into your deen. So I want to ask you, what is your overall view on mental health, right? Like there's some people who say it's a cop out or it's not all that mental health shit, blah 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 blah. And I know why some people get like that now, and we'll talk about that. But just I want to ask you in particular, you know what I mean? What is your overall look at mental health? Like, is it a real thing to you?
So when I was younger, I was very much ignorant to these situations.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be honest with yourself. You don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we had a conversation where a couple weeks ago, we was on a group chat joint, and
Yeah.
somebody said like, "Do you think America is the best country?" And I'm like, "I never lived nowhere else to compare it to nowhere else. I don't know enough about nowhere else to say like the day to day living and wherever else is great."
Mm-hmm.
So, saying that to say, until you go through some experiences and you see like some people just have a chemical imbalance, some people just have things that they can't work through, and you have people with those situations, but you do have people who will just flat out use this as a crutch. Because when
Mm-hmm.
somebody goes to mentally, I'm having this, that, or whatever, it kind of gives you a, it's no MRI for that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I can't see the broken bone. I can't see the sprained ankle. I can't see what it is until you go through that walk with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And you can then see, like, okay, it's nobody, not nobody, never generalize. I ain't gonna tell the same lie for 15 years. I ain't gonna tell the same lie for 10 years. And it's also about allowing somebody else to be there for you. One of them
Yeah.
joints I always will say is you can't say there wasn't nobody there if you didn't allow nobody to be there. If you
Right.
didn't say like, yo, I'm struggling with this, that, or whatever, somebody ain't got to be everybody. Somebody might be your one cousin, your one friend, your man, or your the girl, whoever the hell it might be. And everybody has situations where they got hurdles to get over, and you
Mm-hmm.
choose to get over them. How you gonna get over them? You can bury them and act like they ain't really there. You can smoke your way through them. You can drink your way through them. You can
Right.
pop
Right.
pills
Right.
your way through them. But everybody got something that is like, I'm kind of still trying to deal with this, or I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this, or I don't even know that I'm dealing with it because I didn't know that this was some shit my dad did, or my mom did,
Yeah.
or I didn't know how that hit me until I realized it, type of thing. And I
And
didn't
I,
realize that when I was young.
and that's a good point about the some people might smoke or drink their way through it. I think when you a person like me, I'm very transparent. I'm vulnerable with those I trust. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with coming out and saying it. You know what I'm saying? But most people aren't okay with coming out and saying it. So they are smoking their way through it. They are drinking their way through it. Like they eating their way through it. Like all that shit, right? So when you ask those people, oh no, I'm good. I ain't on no mental. I'm cool, bro. My life is great. I'm this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I can tell you going through that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Some people though in these situations don't recognize that there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You might not know, some people don't, like some people don't know how to communicate, some people don't know how to express themselves, some people flat out can't get it out, and it's like that's a hurdle that they're dealing with. Because
Right.
if I'm asking you, if I can see it's written all over your face, or I know like you could have just had a tragedy, you could have just had a divorce, you could have just had lost, you could have had anything been in
Mm-hmm.
your situation, you could have lost your job, your spouse, whatever the situation.
Yeah.
And I know that in them situations you're not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like people always just, oh man, I'm alright. Whenever anything happens, and it's cap, it's a lie. That's why I always
Mm-hmm.
tell people. My wife always say like, why do you always just say that? I'm like, because I'm not in the business of these days telling people like if things are cool if they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want the real answer, then don't ask me the real question. Like,
I agree. I agree.
and a lot of people though are so used to you just BSing through the situation and just telling you, yeah, I'm cool, because they don't know how to express that I'm not cool. They don't even recognize that it's not that there's a problem. They've been doing it for so long that it's just a routine, it's just a habit, it's just the way that you deal with things. This is why, like you said, doing whatever it is that your vice is to get through things. This is why I've always said I can't afford a vice. Vices cost too much. They
Mm-hmm.
cost too much financially, and they cost too much just because the problem didn't go nowhere, just because
Right.
you had an edible or you had
Yeah, you
whatever it
just
was,
masking. Mm.
you were just masking it. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
guess what? When you come down tomorrow, it's still gonna be there. Like
Right.
it's not going nowhere. And until you deal with it head on and say, like, all right, we gotta go through the work. It sucks. When you want to lose weight, you gotta get to the gym. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sweat. The joints is gonna hurt. It's gonna burn. It's gonna like, but if you don't do none of that, you're not losing it. Unless you like, now niggas is taking the Wegovies and all of them type of situations. But to each his own.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Like lately, like my latest issue, well, my latest
This
mental
nigga has
health.
the hotline over here. God damn.
I don't know, bro. It's crazy, ain't it? I'm trying to chill. The one joint was my prayer joint, but um, so last April, long story short, I know I'm a big guy, but I'm a gym teacher at a high school, right? So I like to interact with my kids. They'll call me, "Come on, Coach Hayes, we need one more. Come play." So I get out there and play. You know what I'm saying? So I get out there, I hoop, bam. Rest of the day, my knee is twamming. My knee is on triples. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm walking, it's just buckling from under me. I'm like, damn, what the hell did I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't think nothing of it. I'm just like, whatever. I done played through injuries my whole life. If I can walk, it obviously ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, bam, 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 bam. We get the summer break. Summer break come. I realize it's starting to get a little bit better, right? So around like July, I go for like a hike. I go walk the Wissahickon and all that, get my heart rate up and all that. But walking through them rocks and them hills, I really damaged something. Like, oh shit, I did something bad. I re-aggravated that joint.
Catch one of them slick rocks the wrong way, boy.
Yeah, re-aggravated that joint, right? So boom. I go through the whole motions now, get an MRI, all that. So they talking cartilage damage and all that. So come off, but it wasn't no structural joint, no meniscus, no none of that. Come back August time, come back to school August of this year. The CEO at my school kind of like giving me a hard time because she ain't really hire me in that position. The old CEO did. So, she's kind of like, I need energy from that position. Telling my AD this, I need energy from that position, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I hurt myself being energetic in this position. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never used my weight enough and as an excuse not to do my job ever in my life. My weight was never an issue until now. You know what I'm saying? So we get around like October, like probably around October, November. I'm realizing I really can't move how I want. I can't run. I can't attempt to do nothing. So I go to my doctor. I tell my doctor, look, man, like I'm used to being able to move a certain way, and this shit starting to mess with me mentally. Like I feel like I'm a shell of myself now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming into work every day. I'm sitting down because I don't want to put too much pressure on my knee. And mind you, these is all doctor's orders anyway. Don't be on your legs too much. Don't sit down too much. Whatever, whatever. So I get an FMLA filled out by my doctor, a ADA, to try to get some time off to address my mental and physical health. This CEO turns it down, like, no, on something like basically like, no, like you trying to use 2 days out the week during your prep period at the end of the day to go to, because my prep is at the end of the day. It's at like eighth period. I ain't got no eighth period. So I'm like, yo, 2 days out the week, can I go to physical therapy? No, like you ain't doing that. You want to go to physical therapy, then come back and coach your sports and all this and that. Like try and play me. I'm just like, yo, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you know, mentally that started taking a toll on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a shell of myself, bro. Like, damn, like, this weight shit is easy to put on but hard to get off. You know what I'm saying? And even when you think you're doing shit right, you know what I mean? Like it's always something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
yeah, I told you they just killed me like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
I just knew my shit was cool.
Hmm. That's what I'm saying. You lose a half a man, bro. You think you good money? Like, I'm cool.
Nigga tell you you're worse than ever, actually.
Yeah, what the fuck? Come on, bro. Like, come on. Like,
um, what I would say in this situation is you gotta prioritize yourself. Cause like you're saying, my joint is buckling. Now all I can do is fuck up me. And ultimately I have too many people that are looking at me that depend on me, that need me, for me to be
mm-hmm,
putting myself into a bad situation.
mm-hmm.
Like fuck this at the end of the day, this job will call somebody else. They will have Coach Anderson in this bitch tomorrow. They will
Easy.
have they will have Coach Jefferson in this bitch in 3 hours.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So I can't be affording to fuck my whole situation up because if your health is going, then everything's going.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's uh that's like priority number one as you get a little older. As you get a
Yeah.
little older, you realize like I don't got as much time as I thought I did. And that in the time that I have, I would like to be able to still move the fuck around while I have that time.
And
The
I
worst
think
thing to have to be is stuck and
yeah.
you just watching everything go past you.
And I know me for myself, I underestimated that. Like I never and I ain't old by no means. 41 ain't old, but I never thought I'd see this day though. You know what I'm saying? Like I
For
never thought
nobody.
I'd see this. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, damn, I done hit it. I'm there. Like I got fucked up knees. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up pinkies, all types of shit. Like you
But
know.
that's what happens. Like those are the problems with the youth. When you don't have enough, you don't have enough foresight when you're young because you think like whatever I'm doing at 22, I can eat three of these burgers. This shit ain't gonna do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I can go here and do this, that, or whatever because I could jump. I could when you was a kid just jumping off the fucking step on concrete, just
Hell,
fucking
we,
your
we used to
joints
do
up.
all that. Yep, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
never thinking about 22nd Street on Cake House.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're never thinking about how this is going to be fucking me up when I'm 40 because you're not looking at that. You can't
Right.
again. That's like the ignorance of the situation when I talked about earlier. Like you just flat out don't know what you don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
so once you get a little older and it's like man, these joints and these like you got to start doing some extra shit. You got to stretch before you do shit. You got to prioritize you
Mm-hmm.
over anything. Uh, and especially if you in a situation where you feel like I'm gonna go to hell down in here if I don't,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of it, like I said, they'll replace your ass quick, fast, and in a hurry. Them
No doubt.
replacing niggas, them replacing niggas is why I started doing all my other shit. Because 2020, they had too many niggas where they just walked in and said, "Yo, Coach Hayes, we don't need you no more. I know you've been here 25
For
years, but
sure.
that's what's up, cuz we
Yeah.
cutting down. It's gonna be virtual school, so we don't need no gym teacher. You can
Yo,
go."
we don't need you, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be in that type of situation. So right now, the next joint, what is Hayes doing for Hayes right now?
Um, what I'm doing for myself is, you know, I'm reading a little bit more. Trying my best to limit the social media. Ramadan always comes at the perfect time. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm looking forward and looking towards the month of Ramadan to help me make good habits and to keep them that way. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I fully understand like lifestyle changes. You feel me? Like I understand it to the max now. You know what I'm saying? Like I see everything like way more, like a whole lot more clear when it come to that. You know what I'm saying? You hear that all the time. Like, oh, you just can't lose weight. You got to change your lifestyle and all this stuff. Like, and the stomach is a direct correlation to your mind, to your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got an unhealthy gut, you think unhealthy stuff, bro. Like when you ain't in good shape, it's almost impossible to be there mentally. You know what I'm saying? I think like we said earlier, I think people just mask it and they're just better at dealing with it than others. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
If you masking it, you're not dealing with it
right,
because you're
right.
masking it. So you just kicking the can down the road. So it's the
Hmm.
same thing where like we just talking about like putting too much stress and strain on your joints and knowing the wear and tear on your body. You're gonna
Hmm.
just be putting more stress and strain and wear and tear on your body. That if you're able to see these later stages and ages, then it just starts going wrong because of the shit that you decided to do from
Hmm.
14 to 40. Or
Hmm.
from 14 to you could have stopped at 23, but like you already did the damage in some cases.
Right.
So the next one, what is the first step to Hayes improving his mental health?
The first step to the first step for me improving my mental health is like you said before. Like I've been thinking, just putting myself first. You know what I'm saying? I can't be there for everybody. Like I can't, when you a certain way, people used to you being that certain way, right? So I'm one of them people when I come around, it's like, where's the party at? Like, yo, what we drinking tonight? What we eating tonight? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how people are used to me being. You know what I mean? And you know, when you looking to change yourself and all that, bro, everybody ain't gonna like it. You know what I'm saying?
So
They gonna adapt or they gonna get going.
all right, so we same squad. Uh
Hmm.
telling somebody yesterday, it's the difference between my bro and my brother. Like my brother is somebody that I grew up with and don't remember life without. You have scars with people that become that's my brother. That ain't my bro. So we got the same squad. We was doing the Nipsey challenge a couple years ago, where it
Hmm.
was no meat. We was supposed to do all just solids, fruits, and tea. Now we had one person who showed up with a Lipton and said, "Oh no, I thought y'all said tea." We ain't gonna use no names. I talked to him last night actually. So we watching the game. Sixers is the playoffs, and the nigga said, like, "Damn, we should put some shit on the grill. Some shit on the grill, nigga. We not eating meat. Like, what do you mean? Oh, come on, I ain't watching the game, bro. We gotta eat some shit on the grill.
That's what
Whole
I'm
house full.
saying.
The whole house full except me.
That's what I'm
it's
saying, bro.
it's Monday. Okay, we
That's what
supposed to
I'm
be on this joint for a week. Niggas lasted Monday morning. All right,
Monday
so
morning, bro.
I'm bringing up that to say though, like you said, when you try to change things, you can't expect the other people to accept those changes until you make them the priority. If
But you
you
know,
come in,
but
hold up.
I don't mean
If
to
you
cut you off.
come in,
But
if you come in prioritizing those things where it's just like, look, that ain't what I'm doing. You can expect that of me because certain people will never allow you to grow. Some people will never allow you to evolve and become. They're gonna keep you in the box of. But remember when we was 20. But remember when we was 30.
but
And if you
that shit is kind
go ahead,
of difficult. It's kind of difficult when it's family though, because we working and stuff now. We got our own family, so it ain't often that we get around mom, pop, brother, sister, and all that. So when you go around them, you is up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, like Ronnie coming over, like, oh, all right, what we cooking for him? Like, what we like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as black people, that's how we fellowship anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? We be eating, we drinking, you know what I mean? Like that been kind of difficult in my journey. Is like having to, I want to be like, no, but it's like, no, that's my mom, bro. Like, I'm going to see my mom. I ain't seen her in a minute. Like, no, we're gonna go to the diner, we're gonna have some breakfast like we normally do. And you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, about to go watch the game with my pop. I know you're gonna pull the whiskey out. You know what I mean?
so in those same aspects here, just led me to my next question that I had for you because you brought it up. I didn't. Islam. You took your shahada. You took your
Yeah,
shahada. I cried. This is how
yeah.
much of this is my brother. I need you
Right.
to understand, whoever's listening. Um, you taking your shahada. How has that helped with your situation? Because I'm asking that because this episode is gonna come out during Ramadan.
Yeah.
During Ramadan, no matter where I'm going, what I'm doing, I don't care how good it smells. We ain't eating because
Mm-hmm.
this is the level of discipline that we have.
Right.
It
Right.
doesn't matter what the situation is because these are the standards that I'm setting. I
Mm-hmm.
might come in and your mom is making the damn. You got the lamb chops just drizzling, or in fact for you, because you got the red sauce. Okay,
Oh
the
yeah.
red sauce is popping, but nigga, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. We not ain't no red sauce right now. You know what I'm
Copy.
saying?
Copy.
That's not what we're doing.
Copy.
So just because, all right, damn, me and my mom, we go to breakfast. I ain't seen her. We can go to breakfast.
Yeah, no
Once we
doubt.
get to breakfast, though, it's up to me to say, all right, well, nah, I know. Usually get the beef, bacon, egg and cheese, extra cheese, double egg situation. I'm not gonna do that though today.
Right, right,
I
right.
might go fruit bowl. According to my doctor, fruit bowl might be the bad joint.
Uh,
Smoothie might be a bad joint. My bad. Um, or oh damn, I'm a slider with my dad. All right, even if you gonna have one, you can have one just to say like, all right, damn, we still did do it because that's our thing.
mm-hmm.
But five is not, you know what I'm saying? Now we done cracked open two Heinekens and now like you know what I'm saying, you can set limits for yourself, but like I said, you gotta, like I said in the beginning, the world fighting enough against you. You don't gotta join in on the party. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
also you gotta allow yourself the opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
If you saying like I want to be this, that, or whatever, then you gotta take the necessary steps to get there. We've been struggling in the gym for years.
No doubt.
And everybody gets that first 10 pounds. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You lose that first 10, you be in the mirror like, yeah, nigga, I took
Yeah.
a dime off. 11 is impossible if you're gonna keep doing the same shit. You'll never see 11 if you want to keep doing the
No
same shit.
doubt.
You know
And
what I'm
it's
saying?
it is and after we lose that 10, we ready to reward ourselves and shit.
You down there with a double egg, double cheese,
Exactly. 10
extra.
pounds
Yeah,
get you a cheeseburger special. Easy. You know what I'm saying?
man, now you out of pocket, especially if you get a cocktail too. Cocktail got like 9,000 sugars in
But I
it.
remember when I converted, when I converted, that first Ramadan was everything. Like I was locked in, boy. I lost like 13, 14 pounds in that month. You know what I'm saying? Like I was locked in. You know what I mean? Then after that, I became what I said I ain't want to become. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to become the kind of Muslim that's just, oh, salam alaikum, wa alaikum salam, and that was it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want to become that guy. Like, I really wanted to be what I'm supposed to be. But at the same time, I kind of brought on too much for myself when I did that because, I mean, I wasn't, you were raised Muslim. Like, I was around it. My pop kind of raised us that way, but not to the magnitude of yours, right? So I didn't grow up eating pork and all that, like, but I wasn't too familiar with the discipline of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm around Muslims all the time. Like my best friends are Muslim, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but at even them, I used to be like, nah, I don't wanna I gotta be better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think I put too much on myself at once. And the past, like maybe last year, I wasn't happy with myself. Like I didn't do. I don't feel like I did good at all. Like the discipline, it was like halfway there. You know what I'm saying? And I put too much emphasis on the wrong stuff. My emphasis was not on praying. My emphasis was on fasting. You know what I'm saying? This year is different. Like this year, my emphasis is solely on praying and reading. So if I slip up or something like that, I'm not as mad as myself as I'm going to be if I miss a salat.
So, couple things here. First thing, one of the things that they tell you when you take Shahada is that you are now a newborn baby. You're like an infant because
Hmm.
you don't know these things. You
Hmm.
can't hold yourself to the standard of, like you said, you look around a circle and damn near all of us is Muslim in our
And that's what
circle.
I did. I held myself
And
to like a super duper high standard when I
yeah,
first.
and that's
You know what
but
I'm
you're a
saying?
newborn baby. You don't know how to hold a bottle yet.
Right.
So how you gonna compare yourself to the kids that's running down the damn street? You
Hmm.
shouldn't. Again, don't you do this all the time. We have had this conversation 1,000 times. You fighting against yourself.
Hmm.
You are the biggest hurdle for you. And you got to start with the baby steps. You starting off by fasting, alhamdulillah,
Hmm.
but you gotta baby steps yourself into the situation. You
Hmm.
can't go straight into like, yeah, we fasting and I'm a Lajuan, I'm gonna go out here and play 3 games at the mosque.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Right.
So even now, uh, you're definitely fasting without praying is just hungry.
Right. Right.
Very thin. It's a very very thin line there,
Hmm.
and Allah understands none of us are perfect.
Hmm.
You can't try to be perfect. Trying to be perfect is something that you'll never be able to accomplish.
And
So
that's
then,
been a problem my whole life.
hey, bullseye. You think I didn't bring it up for a reason?
Mm.
You're striving for something that you will never be able to do. So
Yeah,
stop
it's not
doing that to
attainable.
yourself.
Right.
It's not attainable. There's
Right.
no if you are perfect, then you have no reason to repent or praise Allah.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you understand there that you just doing something that you can't do. So all you ever doing is just chasing your own tail, and
Hmm.
you'll never be able to catch it. So all you're gonna do is always just be unsatisfied. And if you're always unsatisfied, now you're fucking with your own mental situation. Now when
Hmm.
you're fucking with your mental situation, that then begins to bleed onto your girl, the kids, and so forth and so on, all of the other relationships. It then
Hmm.
begins to bleed on to everything else when it all starts with just pay attention to your situation. Like you said,
Hmm.
reevaluate your situation, look around and say, all right, I can't do 5 things at one time. I gotta start with this one thing. And after
Hmm.
I get this one down, let's work on number two. Now that we got two down in the rotation, let's work on three. But hey, if you want shit to be different, then you gotta be different. Everything else ain't gonna change around you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, I'm doing this and this is what it is.
Copy. Hmm.
So now, we're gonna lighten things up down a little bit. We're gonna hit the get to know segment. Get to know is sponsored by Custom Hustle. That's Custom Hustle on Instagram. Custom Hustle World on Instagram. Custom Hustle Co on Twitter. Like I told my girl Taya, we're gonna shout you out again, Taya, because we stole this one from you. We will feature a different product every week from Custom Hustle. This week we are featuring the CH3s, the Custom Hustle sneaks. These are the red and black joints, you know what I'm saying? Yours don't have to say hype on the back unless you really like me that much. You can get your name, your logo, however you need it on you.
The
It's okay.
CH3s.
Oh yeah, we up to the CH5s now. CH6s will be out probably sometime this summer, the boots and all of that type of love. But over there at Custom Hustle World, we're making that happen. Custom Hustle Code on Twitter. Now, get to know Hayes. If you had to recommend one TV show, what would it be?
Oh, I ain't got too many TV shows lately, bro. I'm so
You
out of
can give me an all time or whatever. You feel like, damn, if I got to recommend something, this might be one. What?
um I mean, I ain't gonna lie, if I gotta recommend anything, it's good times.
Okay,
It's
good
good.
times.
Yeah.
We going. This is a new thing that I'm doing here. Finish the story. So we pick a show, a movie, or something, and you finish how things wrapped up this way. How do you think they progressed? The Fresh Prince.
Hmm.
Fresh Prince. Everybody moves.
Yeah.
Will is moving, but he's kind of in limbo. Uncle Phil
Hmm.
gonna treat him like one of the kids. How did things end up for Will?
How will they or how did they end up now?
How did things end up for Will? Ended in '96 or
Yeah.
something. So now, you know what I'm saying? Will is 30 years older now. So
Yeah.
Will is probably 50 something. How did things end up for Will from the Fresh Prince?
I think Will ended up pretty well off. I think Will, cause Uncle Phil definitely had him, and once Will realized that his pop wasn't really shit, his pop wasn't kid coming back to him, and that he just always had Uncle Phil in him. I think Will ended up being good. I think he had his kids, his what I'm saying, his marriage and all that, and I think Will rode off into the sunset.
Copy that. All right. Well,
Hmm. Cause you know what fucked me up, right? I start thinking about the new series. I start thinking about Bel Air and shit. I'm like,
about
that's why
Bel
I'm like,
Air.
what we talking about?
That's Bel Air, John, man. That's a Bel Air. We're going, me and Dan gonna do the recap of Bel Air. I keep forgetting this one too. My bad. This is not get to know hype. This is get to know Hayes. Every Monday, me and my man Big Dan is doing the recaps, 7 or 8ish. Real dads like us might have homework or a science project to do, so it's 7 or 8ish. We recap different shows every Monday, so you get with us live on Instagram every Monday. Me and my man Big Dan. Shouts out to the BTG podcast. All right. Last one. Get to know Hayes. Hayes is looking to get what out of this Ramadan?
Hayes is looking to get Hayes is looking to get more discipline, and Hayes is looking to go forward in his life and not look back. Hayes is looking to just hone in on what's important, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Hayes is not looking to stop drinking and smoking only to go back when it's over. Like I promise you that. I ain't looking to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do it in spurts. Like if it, you know what I mean? Like whatever I gotta do. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm focused. And if I get 20 to 30 off me in a month, I'm telling I ain't putting that shit back on.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm shirtless
Telling
Will
you
in the
that
summer.
now. Yeah, I'm telling you that now, bro. I ain't fucking with it. Like, no. Cause I seen what all that shit do to me, bro. Like all that smoking and shit. Oh, I'm gonna eat. Like the munchies is real with me. That shit is to the max. So I can't afford to do shit like that. Plus I got a lung problem anyway, so it's just stupid to do it anyway. But I ain't trying to go backwards after this one. Mm.
Copy that. Last segment of the show is what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Is sponsored by H2H Cleaning. That's my cleaning company. We do roofing, plumbing, flooring, HVAC, cleanups, cleanouts, remodeling, tree trimming, grass cutting, however you need it. We just don't handle septic tanks. But if you make it worth my while, we will slide. We are here to help. Just tell us how we can help. Hayes, what do we need to know?
Man, we need to know that we got to continue to be patient in this life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Patience is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm mad when we got to come back and do a part two because I want to touch on the youth with their mental health because you know compared to ours, I wanted to know like what's the same, what's the difference because they get mental health days now. Like so many parents are pulling for mental health days, and oh, my son needed a mental health day. That's why he wasn't here yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And as an educator, I was kind of like, what? Like,
See, that's why I said that though, like, because
you know what I'm saying?
somebody
Like,
might really be like, somebody lost a parent or a grandparent or a brother, or sister, or whatever, who really is having a problem, and then somebody mom didn't feel like taking them to school.
Yeah. But we gonna do a part two though. We gonna part
we
two
call
gonna
we call
be
that we call that a tease in the business. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. Copy
Paid
that.
talent, baby. You know what I'm saying?
But
Man,
yeah,
one
I
last
just want people to know, man, that patience is everything, bro. Like, especially these young boys, man. Like, it's light at the end of the tunnel, man. Everybody done been through this shit. And you ain't gotta be no fucking crash out, bro. Like you gonna get what you really deserve. You just gotta be patient. You gotta weather these storms, bro. These shits don't last that long. Like, you know what I mean? So I just want people to know patience, man. Pray for patience, pray for wisdom, pray for understanding. Like, 'cause shit don't make sense nowadays. It don't. Planes is falling out the sky, all this shit weird. But you
two
know.
things. Two things before we wrap up. I need you to listen back to that last 30 seconds of what you just said for us to do. I need
Yeah.
you to listen to that for
Oh,
yourself.
copy. Yeah, 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 yeah. No doubt.
And this is one that I want from you. You hear my name. Somebody says something about you know the boy Hank. What do you say?
Oh yeah. If somebody say I do, I know the boy Hank. I'm like, yes, that's my fucking brother. That's my brother. That he is one of the most 100 people I've ever met in my life, and he been that way since he was motherfucking 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? He don't care nothing about what nobody else going on. If he say he gonna do it, he gonna do it. Always stand on business. He's a firm believer in everything that he believes in, and if you gonna do some business with him, go ahead. Like, cause he ain't gonna steer you wrong. You better come correct.
Copy that. We like to smell the flowers while we can get them. You know what I'm saying? I always
Yeah,
tell
no
niggas, you're
doubt.
not one of these people. But I always tell niggas, like, don't be screenshotting my pictures and DMing my wife how much you love me when I
Yeah,
ain't here. But
yeah.
as I said, I'm not talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got her phone number, but you know her
Yeah,
address.
yeah, you already know. I mean,
But appreciate you coming on, bro. That's episode 164. Was this one?
yeah.
64, 63. I ain't sure. We do a lot of recordings today. We are out. Wait, we're not out yet. I'm hitting the wrong button.
We're not
All
out
right,
yet.
man. We are definitely not out yet. Hold
Hurry up
up.
and hurry up and get up so I can stretch my knees, brother. Shit's
All
bad
right,
over
now
here.
there we go.
All right.
My bad, y'all. We
God.
out.